What if I told you that your soul's purpose might just be lingering on the edge of your awareness, like a fog hiding a beautiful landscape? Many of us find ourselves grappling with an overwhelming sense of confusion, a feeling like we're running in circles without ever reaching our destination. There's an unsettling commonality among those seeking meaning. The deeper the search, the more elusive the answers appear. Have you ever asked yourself, what if my calling is just beyond my grasp? Or is fear holding me back from taking that essential leap? These questions echo in the minds of so many who want nothing more than to understand their journey in this world. Dr. Elisabeth Kübler-Ross, a pioneering figure in understanding human emotions and the complexities of grief, speaks to this struggle. Her groundbreaking work brought to light the stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, illustrating the profound battle many face when confronted with loss and change. As we dig into the quest for life's purpose, can we parallel her stages with our emotional experiences? Imagine how many of us start at the first stage, denial. We may find ourselves ignoring our true passions, convincing ourselves that they are impractical or unattainable. We walk through life wearing blinders, unable to see the colorful paths that lie before us. Consider this. When was the last time you felt truly alive, brimming with energy and excitement about what you do? Was it during a moment of creativity, in an inspiring conversation, or even while embracing the simple joys of life? These moments can spark our inner light, yet they often fade under the weight of societal expectations and self-doubt. To truly explore our purpose, we must first unearth these hidden treasures buried under layers of fear and obligation. In your search for self-discovery, have you found yourself stuck in a cycle of reluctance and hesitation? You're not alone. Many people experience this internal struggle. We often let fear dictate our choices. What does it mean to engage with your doubts and fears? How can acknowledging them allow you to break free from the shackles of indecision? Sometimes those feelings of anger and denial arise because of an internal conflict. We believe we're not worthy of pursuing what brings us joy. Kübler-Ross's insights provide an interpretive framework not only for grieving loss, but also for grappling with the more subtle losses we encounter throughout our lives, like the loss of dreams, aspirations, or even a sense of identity. The stages of grief are alive within us, metaphorically speaking. When you confront your fear of pursuing your purpose, how can you recognize it as a necessary component of your growth? As you navigate these emotional landscapes, it's essential to remember that fear can serve a dual purpose. It can protect us, but it also can confine us. How can you transform that fear into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block? Start by allowing yourself to sit with those uncomfortable feelings. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Reflecting on these emotions may help you uncover layers of truth about yourself that had previously remained hidden in the background noise of daily life. Finding your purpose doesn't follow a straight, predictable path. It's more akin to wandering down a winding road with turns and bumps that challenge your perception. Embracing this uncertainty can lead not only to a deeper understanding of who you are, but also to the joy of uncovering unexpected opportunities. As we embark on this revealing journey together, remember that it's about exploration, progress, not perfection. The myth of order suggests that if we just follow a prescribed plan, we'll stumble upon fulfillment. But the truth lies in the acceptance of chaos that precedes clarity. If you want to uncover the truth about your purpose, subscribe now and hit the bell icon to join us on this revealing journey. What awaits us just beyond the fog? The answer lies in the journey of seeking. Facing our emotions can sometimes feel like standing before an invisible wall, an imposing structure built from both denial and anger. As you embark on your journey of discovering your purpose, you might notice these walls rising high, obscuring your vision and keeping you from a clearer understanding of yourself. Have you ever felt that suffocating knot when trying to define what you truly want? That moment when frustration creeps in, as though every effort to uncover your passion was met with retreat instead of progress? It's crucial to acknowledge that denial often serves as our initial shield. When confronted with the idea of pursuing our life's purpose, it can be easier to shrug it off, to convince ourselves that it's impractical or unattainable. This can manifest in our lives as a subtle but persistent voice saying, "I'm fine just where I am." However, beneath that calm exterior often lies a deep yearning, a desire to break free and embrace what could be. Have you found yourself tossing aside dreams that once lit a fire within you? Denial can be a seductive companion, tempting us to ignore uncomfortable realities. Then, as we grapple with our dissatisfaction, the anger surfaces. Anger often feels more powerful, energizing even. It's an emotion that can propel us to action, but if not channeled positively, it can also lead us down negative paths. You might find yourself agitated by the responsibilities of daily life, or frustrated that others seem to glide seamlessly into their purpose while you remain stuck. Think about this. How do you express your anger when faced with the reality of your own stagnation? Is it a quiet resignation, or do you lash out at yourself and your circumstances? Instead of allowing that anger to consume you, could it serve as a catalyst for transformation, pushing you to dig deeper into what you truly desire? Kübler-Ross teaches us that anger, like denial, is a natural component of the grieving process. In this context, we are grieving not just the past, but also the loss of potential futures, what could have been if we had allowed ourselves to pursue our passions fully. This grief can blind us, leading to a distorted view of our capabilities and desires. But what if instead of running from these feelings, we leaned into them? How can you embrace that anger as a voice urging you to reclaim what is yours? Picture anger as a dramatic storm, intense and chaotic, swirling around as it lashes out against everything in its path. Yet storms, though destructive, often clear the air and provide room for new growth. Just as nature renews itself after a tempest, so too can you find clarity after weathering your emotional storms. When faced with the challenging feelings of denial and anger, how might embracing them lead to breakthroughs in your search for purpose? You might recall a time when you felt these emotions bubbling to the surface, perhaps during a challenging conversation or a moment of introspection late at night. These experiences can illuminate the parts of yourself that yearn for the freedom to explore, to engage with life's possibilities. It's how you respond to these feelings that defines your growth. Instead of allowing anger to overtake you, ask yourself how that energy can fuel a shift towards clarity and understanding. Embracing denial and anger isn't about wallowing in negativity, but understanding that these emotions are gateways to deeper revelations. They reveal the struggles behind the mask of happiness we often wear, inviting us to confront our true desires. The chaos and tumult of emotions, though uncomfortable, can ultimately lead us toward the light we seek. It's time to take a moment for introspection. What are the emotions that have become barriers in your search for purpose? What anger have you suppressed, and what are you denying? Acknowledge these feelings as valuable components of your journey. Have you ever taken the time to sit quietly and simply observe these emotions without judgment? Sometimes, with enough stillness, the invisible walls can begin to crumble, revealing the path you've been seeking all along. Have you ever experienced that knot of denial or anger when trying to define your purpose? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. You are not alone, and together we can explore these walls and begin to dismantle them. As we delve deeper into our exploration of purpose, we come to a complex emotional landscape, the terrain of negotiation and depression. It's a tricky dichotomy where we often find ourselves bargaining with life in hopes of gaining clarity, But instead, we can spiral into the depths of despair. Have you ever found yourself thinking, if I just make one more attempt to figure this out, maybe then I'll be happy? This cycle can feel endless, a proverbial hamster wheel that leads nowhere productive. We negotiate with ourselves daily. It's that internal dialogue where you weigh options, seeking to align your actions with your desires. Perhaps it sounds something like, if I can just get this job, then I'll feel fulfilled. Or, if I save enough money, I can finally pursue my passion. In this bargaining phase, we often convince ourselves that external changes will lead to internal satisfaction. But what if, in truth, we are merely masking deeper feelings of inadequacy or fear? In the framework laid out by Kübler-Ross, depression can act as a companion to bargaining, a heavy cloud that settles over our aspirations, blurring our vision. In this state, one might feel stuck, lost, and bereft of motivation. But what if we pause for a moment to reflect on this feeling of being trapped? How might embracing depression allow for transformative insights about our purpose? You might feel that depression is a sign of failure or weakness, but those feelings are part of a deeper conversation with yourself, a conversation that can illuminate what you need to address in your life. Rather than viewing depression solely as an enemy, consider it a teacher, beckoning you to explore the roots of your dissatisfaction. What are the dreams you've buried under the weight of expectations? What fears have you been too cautious to confront? This journey of negotiation often leads us to revisit past decisions, exploring regrets that cling to us like shadows. Perhaps you reflect on choices you made or paths left unexplored. As you negotiate with your thoughts, were those choices really wrong, or did they serve a purpose in your evolution? Reflect on the times when you've bargained with life. If only I had taken that job, moved to that city, or spoken up when it mattered. These if-only statements can become heavy stones, weighing you down. What happens when we move through this phase? When you allow yourself the space to really feel the depression, it can shift from a consuming force to a gentle reminder of your humanity. It's not about bypassing these emotions or rushing to find solutions. Instead, it's about honoring them, recognizing that you are experiencing a natural part of the human condition. Everyone faces these moments, yet society often urges us to mask our struggles behind a smile. Picture this. Just as the night sky needs the darkness to make the stars visible, your own inner darkness can help illuminate what you truly desire. Within that dense fog of depression lies a beacon of hope waiting to be discovered.
You may find that the very things you were bargaining for, the clarity and direction you seek, become more apparent when you embrace rather than suppress these challenging emotions. So, how do you navigate through this tumultuous terrain? First, acknowledge when you are in this negotiation loop. Recognize the signs of anger, sadness, and the incessant what-ifs. Embrace journaling or quiet contemplation to dig deeper into these feelings. What patterns emerge? Writing can act as a mirror, reflecting back truths you may have overlooked. Now, think about your own bargaining strategies. What methods do you use to coax clarity from the depths of uncertainty? Are they serving you? It's possible that the strategies you've employed need recalibration. Maybe you can introduce self-compassion into your negotiations instead of self-criticism.
If your methods are merely prolonging despair, how can you change the narrative? Engaging with these questions can unlock doors to a better understanding of your purpose. Each phase of your journey, whether it be angsty negotiation or overwhelming depression, holds the potential for growth and insight. What's your secret negotiation strategy when grappling with your life's purpose? Share your insights in the comments. Let's support each other as we sift through the layers of our emotions, together beginning to unearth the treasures hidden within. As we turn the corner from negotiation and depression, we enter a realm where acceptance begins to emerge, an essential stage in our emotional journey towards discovering our true purpose. Acceptance isn't merely about resigning to life's circumstances. Rather, it's about embracing reality for what it is, a canvas painted with both light and shadows. Have you ever paused to consider how acceptance can redefine your perspective on life and ultimately your aspirations? Imagine standing in front of a vast body of water where the waves crash with the voice of the ocean, both calming and turbulent. This, in many ways, reflects our emotional state. Acceptance allows us to not fight the tides, but to learn how to navigate them. Have you ever felt that sudden weight lift when you stopped resisting what is? When you recognize that fighting against reality often only intensifies the struggle, it opens the door to a new form of liberation. In Kübler-Ross's framework, acceptance is often misinterpreted as simply coming to terms with loss. However, it transcends that. It's an awakening to our authentic selves, aligning us with our purpose. It invites us to acknowledge our past without letting it dictate our future. Think about your journey. What emotions have you clung to, and how have they held you back? Acceptance encourages us to look inward and confront the truth of our lives, the dreams we've nurtured, the choices we've made, and the experiences that have shaped us. Let's reflect on our previous emotional phases, those moments of denial that shielded us, and the anger that fueled our fire. Once we arrive at acceptance, we peel back the layers that once felt too heavy to confront. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to be content with where you are. Instead, it allows you to take stock, to understand your position, and formulate a path forward. Have you ever felt a profound sense of clarity in your life, a point where everything seemed to align? These moments often arise from practicing acceptance, allowing us to release the burdens we've carried. Within this framework, you might recognize that acceptance is not a destination, but an ongoing practice, like learning to ride a bicycle. Initially, you struggle to find your balance, but as you become comfortable with the wobbles, you grow into confidence. Similarly, in your pursuit of purpose, acceptance will help you navigate the uncertainties of life. It's in these awkward moments of feeling off balance that you begin to build resilience. Consider this. What are the stories you tell yourself about who you are? Do they align with your true nature, or have they been scripted by the voices of others? When you allow acceptance to blossom within you, you create space for your authentic story to unfold. The narratives we often cling to can morph into self-imposed limitations, dictating our perceived value and worthiness. Have you ever thought about how acceptance allows you to take ownership of your life? Instead of being defined by your fears or past failures, it gives you the power to redefine your trajectory. You become the author of your story, wielding your pen with newfound intent. This can be immensely empowering. Reflect on this. What new chapter could you write when you embrace your own narrative? In moments of acceptance, you may notice a profound shift, as if a fog has lifted, revealing new opportunities and routes to explore. Clarity can come rushing in like a long-lost friend, reminding you of the passions that ignite your spirit. What dreams have you buried deep within, waiting for the chance to rise again? Acceptance can rekindle that spark and inspire action. But acceptance is not without its challenges. There may be days when it feels as though you're sliding back into denial or becoming engulfed by old patterns. During these moments, it's important to practice self-compassion and patience. Remember that growth is a series of forwards, backwards, and sideways steps. Just as a river flows, so too does your journey towards understanding your purpose. Take a moment to breathe. What does your space of acceptance feel like? Can you visualize the paths that stretch out before you, unencumbered by previous fears? Visualizing these choices can help you tap into the reservoir of unfulfilled potential within you. So, let's take that step together. Share your experiences with acceptance in the comments below. How has embracing this stage shaped your understanding of purpose? Remember, the journey can often feel daunting, but it's also filled with endless possibilities. Let's explore them together. As we progress to the next phase, hold on to the threads of acceptance tightly. They will guide you toward discovering your true calling. As we continue our journey toward discovering our purpose, we arrive at an essential phase, the integration of what we've learned through our emotional experiences. This is where the essence of transformation lives, and it invites you to reflect. How can the amalgamation of your past experiences shape your future? After traversing denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, you stand at a crossroads, equipped with newfound insights and clarity. How can you weave these pieces into a coherent narrative that aligns with your purpose? At this stage, integration is about more than just understanding. It's about action. You have the tools and knowledge, but the key question remains: how will you apply them to your life? Imagine standing in front of a vast tapestry, each thread representing a different phase of your journey, intertwining to form a bigger picture of who you are. Does your current tapestry reflect the vibrant hues of your experiences, or is it a muted blend of expectations and conformity? This is the perfect moment to ask yourself, what do I truly want to create with my life? The integration phase challenges you to align your actions with your newfound insights. Perhaps you discovered during acceptance that there's a creative spark within you that's long been dormant. Maybe you realized that your experiences, both painful and joyful, have equipped you with unique perspectives that can enlighten others. How can you take these realizations and turn them into tangible steps towards fulfilling your purpose? Incorporating your insights requires you to confront the uncomfortable reality of potential risks. The desire for change can ignite a fire within, yet fear of failure and the unknown might momentarily quench it. It's normal to hesitate at the precipice of change, to wonder if you have the strength to take that leap. What if the leap feels too daunting? What if you fall? In moments of uncertainty, it may be worthwhile to remind yourself of resilience, a potent theme that emerges when you reflect on your journey. Each stage you've navigated has built a foundation of strength within you. When you think about it, didn't each struggle teach you something invaluable? You didn't just weather the storms of your emotions, you grew taller and stronger as a result. So, as you prepare to take your next step, consider what would happen if you redirected the focus from potential failure to potential growth. Maybe you want to pursue a passion that aligns with your values, such as starting a new project, writing a book, or launching a business. Or perhaps the integration step calls you to shift your relationships, to seek out connections and communities that uplift and inspire you. How can you encourage others to engage in the beautiful tapestry-making process that is life? When we embody our true selves and align our actions with our insights, we invite transformation into our lives and the lives of those around us. Have you considered the impact your unique gifts might have on your community? Your experiences are not isolated. They resonate outwards, creating waves that can uplift others and inspire change. This interconnectedness is critical, emphasizing that your journey is part of something larger. Think for a moment about the stories of people you admire. Often what resonates isn't solely their success, but the authenticity of their journeys, the struggles they overcame, the struggles that shaped them into who they are. As you integrate your lessons, remember that your story too can inspire others. How can you share your journey and open doors for dialogue and support? Visualization can be a powerful tool during this phase. Take a moment to envision your life 1 year from now. What does it look like when you fully integrated these lessons into your daily existence? Picture yourself actively pursuing your purpose, engaging in fulfilling activities, and fostering relationships that enrich your life. How does that future version of yourself feel? confident, serene, empowered? Allow that vision to invigorate you, igniting the spark of motivation needed to take your next steps. As you contemplate these transformations, ask yourself, what's the first step I can take today to embrace this newfound integration? Is it reaching out to someone who can support your journey? Is it committing to a small act that aligns with your purpose? These initial steps can feel small, but they lay the groundwork for meaningful change. Let's celebrate every step on this transformative journey together. Share your thoughts on integration in the comments below. What lessons have stood out for you, and how do you envision weaving them into the fabric of your future? Together, let's illuminate a path that reflects the richness of our collective experiences as we strive to uncover the essence of our true purpose. Remember, the more fully you integrate, the more vibrant your tapestry becomes. As we reach the final stage of our journey toward discovering our purpose, we come to a pivotal point, the moment where understanding transforms into action. This is where intention meets reality, and you might find yourself asking, how can I take everything I've learned about myself and turn it into actionable steps? Think of purpose as a seed that has been nurtured through various emotional experiences. Now it's time for that seed to break through the soil and thrive. What does that process look like? Taking action might feel daunting, and it's easy to cling to comfort amid uncertainty. But what if you reframed risk as an opportunity for growth? Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to manifesting your purpose. Past experiences have likely taught you that stepping into the unknown requires courage. Reflect on moments where you took a leap, encountering challenges that eventually led to breakthroughs. Have you recognized that these times of discomfort often reveal hidden strengths? By reframing setbacks as learning opportunities, you create a mindset that thrives on resilience. What potential lies dormant within you, waiting to be awakened through purposeful action? To translate your insights into real change, start with small, manageable steps. Consider areas in your life where you feel stagnant. Is it time to dedicate a few hours each week to a passion that resonates with your heart? Perhaps it's time to connect with those who inspire you or volunteer for a cause you believe in. Each action, no matter how minor, propels you closer to fulfilling your purpose. Accountability can play a transformative role during this phase. Sharing your goals with someone you trust, a friend, mentor, or community member, can create a support system that helps keep you on track. Imagine speaking openly about your aspirations. What might that conversation unlock? As you focus on action, it's also vital to consider your own definition of success. So often, success is portrayed in grand terms, leading to comparison and self-doubt. Instead, recognize that your journey is uniquely yours, and what matters is aligning your actions with your values and experiences. By doing so, you cultivate a more authentic path that resonates with who you are. Visualization can serve as a powerful companion in this phase. Imagine your life a year from now after you've begun actively pursuing your purpose. What does that look like? How does it feel in your body? Confident, fulfilled, and empowered. Allow that vision to guide your actions, fueling your motivation to take steps forward. Don't hesitate to use reflective practices such as journaling to chart your journey. Document your thoughts, feelings, and revelations as you embark on new actions. How can reflection enhance your understanding of your path? Turning your insights into written form can create a valuable map for navigating future challenges. As you prepare to integrate your purpose into your everyday life, think about how your daily habits can align with your aspirations. Are there simple changes you can implement in your routine that echo your desires? Every small adjustment can lead to transformative change over time. Let's honor every stride you take in this journey. In the comments below, share your thoughts on the actions you plan to pursue. What steps are you ready to embrace? By opening this space for conversation, you not only encourage your growth, but also inspire others on their individual journeys. As we conclude, remember that each purposeful step you take is not just a commitment to your own growth, it's an invitation for others to join you on this path. Together, we can create a tapestry of transformation, one that reflects the diversity of our experiences and the richness of our purpose. Let's push through the barriers of uncertainty and into the bright light of our true potential. As we reach the final block of our journey toward discovering and actively pursuing our purpose, it's time to pause and reflect on the path we've taken together. This is not merely a conclusion, but a new beginning, an ongoing commitment to embrace the life you are striving to create. It invites you to ask yourself, what does it mean to live purposefully every single day? Living with purpose is less about lofty ideals and more about the small, everyday choices you make. These choices carry the weight of your values, shaping the life you lead. How can you turn your insights into consistent actions that reflect your true self? Consider the idea of intentional living. By being deliberate about your thoughts, words, and actions, you cultivate a life that resonates with your inner essence. How can you manifest this in your relationships, work, and daily routines? Ask yourself, what daily actions align with my purpose and inspire me to stay connected to it? Let's think about connections. The relationships you cultivate can significantly influence your journey. Surrounding yourself with individuals who uplift, encourage, and challenge you can create a rich tapestry of support. Who in your life embodies the energy and encouragement you seek? Perhaps it's time to reconnect with them or seek new mentors who can provide guidance on this transformative path. Moreover, remember that feedback is a two-way street. As you share your journey and insights with others, you not only inspire, but may receive invaluable perspectives in return. How can sharing your experiences foster a deeper connection? And how can you invite collaboration in pursuit of mutual goals? While pursuing your purpose, it's essential to maintain a mindset of curiosity and openness. The world around us is ever evolving. How can you embrace this fluidity in your life? Challenges and changes are inevitable, but the lens through which we view them can radically alter our experience. What if, instead of fearing change, you learn to welcome it? What possibilities might arise from shifting your perspective? Consider how the teachings of Elisabeth Kübler-Ross can further expand your understanding. Her work on the 5 stages of grief speaks to the human condition, reminding us that even in the face of loss, there is profound opportunity for growth and transformation. As you revisit these stages, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, reflect on how they can inform your journey. Which of these stages resonates most deeply with your current experience? How can acknowledging these feelings add depth to your understanding of purpose? Engagement with your community can serve as a powerful catalyst for action. A simple act of kindness or a moment of genuine connection may ripple outward, encouraging others to do the same. In what ways can your presence in the world become a source of inspiration? Remember, often it is the little things, a warm smile, a listening ear, or a few encouraging words that leave the most lasting impact. As we come to the end of our exploration together, take a moment to create a personal manifesto, your own guiding principles that encapsulate your purpose and intentions moving forward. What values resonate with you? What promises do you wish to make to yourself as you step into this next chapter? Allow every word, every intention to ground you in your commitment to purposeful living. Share your manifesto in the comments below. What does it look like? In doing so, you not only reaffirm your own intentions, but potentially spark inspiration in others. This collective exchange can create a safe space where vulnerability and authenticity are celebrated. Ultimately, the journey of purpose is ongoing. It's filled with twists and turns, joys and challenges. Embrace both the beauty and the difficulties, for they are teachers in disguise, guiding you closer to your true essence. As you step into your purpose, carry with you the lessons learned and the connections made. Trust that each moment is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life, contributing to a masterpiece that is uniquely yours. Together, let's continue to weave a richer tapestry of experiences, illuminating the path toward the fulfillment of our collective and individual purposes. Remember, in the embrace of each step lies the power to transform not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Your purpose is a beacon of light. Let it shine brightly.